Hello, all my chickadees, and welcome back. I am Fael Sparrow, and today we're going to be checking out a demo for a game called The Groom of Gallager Mansion. It is a game that I've been keeping my eye on, and the demo is finally here. Heck yeah! This is by the creators of the people who made What's Wrong with Sunny Day Jack, and this looks pretty cool. So we're going to jump on in and check out the demo. I have been doing my best to avoid any spoilers. So let's look at the warnings first here. This game is intended for audiences 18 years or older and incorporates mature themes including blood, death, divorce, yeah, that's a good warning, medical error, body horror, disability and ableism, drug use mentions, traumatic flashbacks, sexual content, violence, child abuse, disassociation, forced marriage, and self-harm. By clicking affirm you are an adult of 18 years or older willing to interact with such content. Okay, this is your warning, guys. If any of this makes you uncomfortable, please click away. I want all my little chickadees to be safe. And I am going to go ahead and confirm here. Oh, cool, accessibility settings. These options can be adjusted at any time in the menu. Text color. Oh, cool, you can change it from white to cream. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. It's able to like change everything to make it easier on the player. Yeah, we're good with screen shakes. Nice. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now. I think I didn't read that, but I think it was said like something like this demo is a work in progress. Snackbox Studios. Oh, cool. Oh, look at him. I'm excited to meet him, guys. Okay, we're just gonna go straight on and start up. Ooh, I love this border. That's a lovely border. Look at that. The stories I've heard about the old Gallager Mansion. The tales and whispers and rumors. Home to decadence and luxury in the days of yore, now abandoned out of fear and left to rot. The obfuscated photos, the promise of lost inheritance, and a history stained by misfortune and blood, spilt in greed and ambition. None of them have done this place justice. Quite the opposite, in fact. They all made it sound much more exciting. A quick look at Gallager Mansion doesn't suggest anything special. It's just one of the many other ancient abandoned century-plus old estates around here. I never got the hype. These decrepit old places litter this town like fallen leaves no one has bothered to rake up. It's a spot for college dorks to drink and hope no one notices. An occasional haunted house for young adventurers, and home to a few basic ghost stories that some of the older locals take pride in. Heritage and horror in one neat package. You never notice anything extraordinary just by looking at it. Sure, close to midnight, an eerie old mansion far off the main road will spook you well enough, especially if you're alone. Luckily, I'm neither of those things. Well, technically I am alone, but I'm not by myself. I fondled the phone in my hands for comfort while I tried to avoid the thorn of the rose. No need to prick myself yet, according to Taylor. Gallager Mansion is abandoned. It's been abandoned for most of its existence. So why doesn't it look like a pile of splinters? Why are the grounds not overgrown with weeds and vines and poison ivy?
Do you copy? What's the situation on the field? Over.
Oh, cool. Okay, let me make sure the audio's turned up a little bit. I want you guys to be able to hear this voiceover. It's really nice. Okay, maybe that's good. Doing fine, Taylor. In fact, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for something more than a light breeze. Maybe a darker and stormier night to really set the mood. Over.
Don't jinx yourself now, buddy. Optimal weather conditions will make the mission easier for you and me both. Over.
You know, you don't need to say over when we're on a phone call, right? We can both talk and hear each other at the same time. Over. A pause. I could almost feel Taylor's pout on the other side of the line. Okay, so we're the president. I'm serious though. So far this may as well be an evening scroll.
Keep your guard up. If my sources are accurate, I'm like 90% confident we'll find something in this place.
Well, that's pretty confident. The voice in my ear is Taylor Potts, my longtime dorm bestie at Zephyr University and the president of the college Occult History and Science Investigation Club, aka the OHSIC. Meanwhile, there's me, the vice president, if only because I'm the only other member who consistently shows up to the meetings, and that's mostly because I feel bad for Taylor putting in all this work for the club. That's why I'm here tonight, of course. Why I'm at the steps of Gallager Mansion, dressed to some very uncomfortable nines with a desperate ghost hunter walking me through a desperate plan. Oh, so we're dressed up fancy. I think that's what it means when it says you're dressed to the nines. It means you're in fancy garb. Long story short, the student union is a meeting away from... Oh, long story short, the student union is a meeting away from dropping support for the OHSIC. We've had trouble retaining membership for a while now, and the faculty we use for our meeting is utterly wasted on the two of us. Their words, not mine.
What do you mean you're done funding the club? The OHSIC is an incredibly important resource for students to explore their spirituality, their heritage, their culture!
Please do not kick me. Oh, is that on the chair or the computer? Oh, okay. That's a chair here, so he must be talking to the counselor or whatever.
Listen, Mr. Potts. I pulled enough strings letting you have the club for so long in the first place, but I can't defend you when we're not seeing results.
Okay, hang on. Preference. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music volume down a little bit so we can hear the voice volume a bit more.
You still have a freaking anime club! All they do is watch movies and spend money on imported snacks! That's gotta be violating some kind of rule about appropriating funds or something!
No, that sounds exactly accurate for an anime club.
First of all, it's the Japanese Culture and Heritage Club. Secondly, they actually retain regular members, as do many other clubs. If you can't engage with the students of this university, you're not really providing anything of value. Space is a premium too. You know that everyone on campus is going gaga for that newly proposed juggling club, and they'd appreciate a room that's barely being used as it is.
The juggling club? The juggling club! You can't do that to us!
The juggling club. I think it's the juggling club part that's gotten to him the most. Taylor's logic? Clowns juggle things. Clowns are scary and evil. Therefore, the juggling club, by default, is scary and evil.
There's gotta be another way! Please! What do you need us to do to save the club?
I mean, he has a point.
All you need is a few more members. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you can show us that the OSICO is still relevant to the student body.
OHSIC.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that.
That's how it went down yesterday morning, according to Taylor. Later that afternoon, before I could start going through the motions for our meeting agenda.
Okay, here's the plan. You know that old house way out there on the corner of town? That old Gallager place where all those deaths and murders happened ages ago?
Wait, some murders happened there?
We've never checked it out. We thought it was too boring, too vanilla. But no! Maybe we made a mistake trying to find new things when we've left the biggest stone in town unturned.
Okay, but has anything changed about the place since the last time we looked at it?
Tomorrow, we're gonna investigate the old dump. I just know there's something we can find in there. It's our last hope. Vice Prez, tonight we're hitting the books. Research like your life depends on it.
And by we're investigating, Taylor meant that I go in there in person by myself while he provides intel via earpiece back at HQ. Oh, Taylor's not joining us? Taylor's a chicken. HQ is Taylor's car, of course. Maybe we could paint it like Echo 1 and get a few members that way.
Status? You've been a little quiet. Over.
Back to the over thing, huh? Oh, I'm doing okay, just thinking.
Don't get cold feet now, buddy. We need you now more than ever. You've dealt with the paranormal before, and you've rocked their world. Are you worried about your lines?
How did we deal with the paranormal? No, I got the script down all right, though. Oh, can we save? Oh, I don't have an option to save here. Okay. My tuxedo is a little hard to breathe in. I'm worried about tripping on my gown. My wedding attire is a lot to get used to. Oh, this is kind of like a way to be like what gender we are, I guess. I'm just going to say my tuxedo is a little hard to breathe in. Well, my tuxedo is a little hard to breathe in. Can't I loosen up a few buttons? Take off this cummerbund? Or at least take off the jacket for a moment. Over.
Sorry, no can do. You've got to look the part for when you fall into the cold, dead arms of Elias Gallager. Over.
Understood. I'll look as classically ravishing as possible. Over. As I say that, I quietly adjust my outfit anyway. Taylor can't see me over the earpiece anyhow. I may as well be comfortable. Heck yeah. And maybe even a little disheveled, as befits someone with my sorrowful tale. I'm at the door.
How's the rose?
Immaculate.
Then go for it, buddy. You're about to change our lives.
Can I ask you one more question before I start the mission?
Shoot.
Did, court entertainers or whatever still exist in Victorian times?
I don't really know if they did. Or why you're asking me that?
I'm just saying, what if Elias Gallager isn't the only ghost left in the mansion? What if I run into his personal clown?
Ghost clown? No! Why would you even suggest such a thing? I don't want to think about it.
Because we want to mess with you. But I could be in danger. Unless maybe it was a nice clown who could cook.
Quit stalling and start the mission already.
There goes Taylor hammering in the no fun loud sign. Oh well. I turn my attention back to the facade of the mansion. It really does look too well maintained for an abandoned building. The cool brass handle turns and the door glides open. The first thing I notice is how stale the air tastes inside the manor. The second thing I notice is how cold it is in here, even compared to the light breeze outside. The atmosphere is unnaturally frigid, though not enough to make me bail out to grab a jacket as long as I'm quick. This place has certainly seen better days. You said it was like 100 years old, so I mean, yeah. Hacker voice. I'm in.
How's it looking in there, bud?
A lot more promising now that I'm inside. Perfectly ripe for a haunting, complete with a creepy portrait upstairs. In fact, you probably have an asthma attack with all this dust.
Is your sixth sense tingling?
I don't know why, but it's super cold in here. As long as I'm in and out of here fast, I don't think I need to worry about it too much.
That's reasonable. I think it's time to summon a ghost then.
How are we going to summon the ghost? Roger that. About time I put that single year of high school theater to good use. Well, here we go. Pricking my finger on one of the thorns, scatter a few of the rose petals around, then cue the monologue. I suck in a breath as the thorn pricks my index, channeling the pain into a significantly hammy performance. Oh, here we go. Alas, my poor aching heart. I raise my arms towards the ceiling and choke out a few dramatic sobs before falling to my knees and burying my face into my hands. The acoustics in the foyer are pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. Woe is me to have abandoned so coldly at the altar. Why did the love of my life forsake me so? Today was set to be the most joyous day in my mortal existence, and yet all I feel is the pool of despair into my darkest days thus. Oh, woe upon such an unfortunate soul as mine. I can hear some slow clapping and a stifled guffaw from the earpiece. All I wanted in life was to know the warmth of a lover's touch. Won't anyone take pity on me? I let loose another pathetic sound of anguish while plucking off more petals and closed my eyes.
This is my cue to throw tomatoes at the stage, right?
Tomatoes meant the performance sucks. I'm doing great, dummy.
Alright. Keep up the good work then, buddy old pal.
I glance around at my surroundings. I almost feel like the painting on the second floor is judging me silently, but it must just be my imagination. Why should I continue to live a life unfulfilled? I think it better to keep an eternity, dreaming forevermore rather than to suffer this cruel reality. Oh, wait. Oh, this is him performing, sorry. Why should I continue to live a life unfulfilled? I almost think it better to sleep in eternity, dreaming forevermore, rather than to suffer this cruel reality. I pluck off the last of the rose petals and cast away the stem. The deep crimson speckles of my blood glimmer starkly in the light of the moon, now dripping through the cobweb-covered windows. Perhaps I shall die as I lived, alone, with naught but my sorrow. If God or some other kind and gentle soul has lent their ears to my pleas, then take me now. I lower my head and let a few more tears flow down my cheeks. The ritual is now complete.
Truly a riveting performance. 10 out of 10, Oscar-worthy, or whatever.
Hey, don't kill the atmosphere. The temperature suddenly drops, to the point where it feels like my blood is freezing in my veins. Something inside my brain screams at my legs to run, but I can't move. I raise my head just in time to see the rose petals scattered across the foyer, swirling up into the air, coalescing back into the stem I threw at the foot of the steps. Ooh, okay.
Alack, what blood is this, which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre?
Wait, who was that? What's happening over there?
There he is! My jaw drops as a vague shape of a man materializes from the top of the staircase. My mouth is suddenly too dry to form a coherent response. Elias Gallager, in all his undead and ephemeral glory, is gliding down the steps towards me. Holy shit!
Fresh blood in my esteemed estate, stained on a red rose no less. A tragic sight indeed. But not quite so tragic as the one who stands before me. Pray tell, who are you, and what is your purpose here?
Oh, he got clearer there.
Bud? Hey, bud. What's going on over there?
Taylor, you would not believe this. You should be here. I wish this was a camera and not an earpiece, Taylor. We hit the jackpot. Over. Elias Gallager, Lord of this manor. My name is... Sparrow! And I am but... someone's betrothed. Oh, that's cool. They have like a, non-binary one. That's nice. Say someone's groom. I am Sparrow, a groom who was abandoned at the altar on the day of my own wedding. With a broken heart in my chest and tears in my eyes, I sought solace in a quiet place away from the ceremony, and found myself here.
Ah, you poor dear. You and I are not at all dissimilar indeed. I am well acquainted with tragedy, and know that your wounds need tending to at once. Tell me, would you like to forget the cur who broke your heart?
Yes, yes. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh yes, I would not hesitate if there was such a way to ease my sorrows, but I fear it won't be a simple matter.
Nonsense, my dear. I can melt away your anxiety and regrets, for it is within my power as long as you remain inside these four walls. Now, will you accept this rose, darling?
He holds out the rose that I shredded up not too long ago, and the blood's gone from the petals and thorns absent from the stems.
Hey, bud! What's going on there? The line's going haywire over here!
I reach up towards Elias to take this rose from his hand, and our knuckles brush against one another. His touch is deathly cold. I will.
I'm requesting a report! Do you need backup? Answer me!
Wonderful, darling.
Elias's hand glides up to my cheek, caressing it gently and phasing through my skin.
Now even death won't do us part.
Oh. Hey, buddy, are you our groom now? The distant cry of a carnival mystery, a long wail of pain and moan, looping through the walls and dancing on the flowers. The petals shake, stamens and pistils tremble, and perfume avalanches upon me, a billion scents as strong as a forgotten sun, strong enough to sting my eyes. Oh, we're in his bedroom. I rub my eyes and open them to a blue ceiling. What the hell? Where am I? As I ask, the wails and moans shaking my bones cease. There are my breaths, just my breath. And that carnival mystery? The phone's still ringing, but it's not in any of my pockets. This wedding garb was a huge mistake. My hands scamper around the sheets of my bed, searching for my phone, trying to answer Hang on. Bed? My eyes remember to look at more than just the ceiling, and along with the rest of my senses, waking up and processing information. Sure enough, I found myself in some ancient bedroom. I catch a flicker of light amongst the disheveled sheets, and snatch it to me. My phone screen glows like a comforting little lantern. I accept Taylor's call and...
Oh, God! I've tried you like 50 times already since the call dropped! What the hell happened?
We met the groom, and he decided he liked us, and we kind of passed out. And then we were in carnival hell. You really should be in here, Taylor. I mean, you wouldn't understand. I don't really know. Where am I?
Are you still in the mansion?
I think so. Somehow I've forgotten where I was. What had happened? My cheek twinged with the memory of a cold, ethereal touch. Elias. That touch from Elias. A ghost touched me. Right? That actually did happen. And it just wasn't some sleep-deprived hallucination. I had it from all of Taylor's ramblings, right?
Hey, bud! Don't clam up now!
Oh, I guess I'm, not outside at least.
Describe your location!
Well, everything around me is still dimly lit in a morose shade of blue, so that's a good sign. Well, good might not be the right word. And the decor certainly looks, wait, hang on. This is still inside the mansion, right? Lights and decor are one thing, but this room sure doesn't look like it's moments from falling apart. The sheets I'm lying on are coarse but in perfect condition, as fresh as the day they were woven on some state-of-the-art petal loom. The mattress holds my weight with a sense of duty, and the pillows couldn't be fluffier. The paint on the wall, which we're peeling away in the foyer, holds immaculately tight here, and not a chip in sight. No cobwebs or holes or even a speck of dust floating upon the air. The portraits and the paintings all hang straight and untorn, with gilded golden frames. The pots and vases, without any cracks in their porcelain. Even the air is a far cry from moss and bird's nest if you ignore the stale taste. And now that I'm calmer, I also notice that I'm wearing a pair of soft, silken gloves I don't remember bringing with me when I came in. Were these a gift from Elias? Hey, hang on. Look at this bedroom. I take a quick set of photos and upload them to Taylor.
Wait! A bedroom?
I guess it's a lot nicer than a foyer. Nothing falling apart and nothing stained. It does look like a part of some house, though. Same general decor.
Huh. Maybe the door was locked and nobody got in? This place is a known party hub, after all. Maybe the co-eds and whoever else wrecked everything they could reach, but they just couldn't get into here.
That seemed unlikely. A century of no one visiting would still do damage to a locked room. It's not like it's sealed away from the rest of the world. Unless... Was it just this room? A special place for me? Hey Taylor, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you, brief me on the mission again?
You're kidding, right?
I just woke up, and I'm pretty sure there's a ghost floating around eager to meet me, so come on.
Yeah, alright, you're right. Let's play 20 questions to catch you up to speed here.
Okay. Why am I here?
You're really asking me? Sorry.
Taylor inhaled deeply before continuing.
You're on a field mission to investigate Gallager Mansion, so we can find evidence that ghosts exist, therefore proving that the OHSIC still has value to Zephyr University Student Union. Besides finding a ghost, we're also looking to see if we can figure out where that old Gallager fortune might be. Treasure hunting isn't our primary goal, but it's worth keeping an eye out for.
Oh, there's a hidden treasure.
The newspaper clippings we found always said how huge the inheritance was, but some assets were never accounted for in the banks. Rumor has it that the Gallagers kept part of the fortune somewhere in the estate.
That sounds about right. Thanks for the recap. Who were the Gallagers? So, who were the Gallagers in the grand scheme of things?
The Gallagers were a well-off military family from Europe who came to America in the mid-1800s. Archibald Gallager, the patriarch of the family, found success as a cornmeal baron. He married a woman named Mildred, and together they had a total of 7 children. All of the Gallagers were quite exceptional, except for...
Elias.
Elias was the black sheep of the family.
Aww.
All of his other siblings were born strong and healthy, but Elias's birth came with a lot of complications.
Oh, poor Elias. He was bedridden for most of his life, wasn't he? Oh no.
Pretty much the epitome of the sickly Victorian child trope.
I don't think you should put it that way. I can almost hear Taylor's shrug from the earpiece. Oh, poor Elias. How did the Gallagers all die?
A lot of rumors say it was some kind of curse, but no one can agree on why they were cursed to begin with. The eldest child died first in a horse accident or something. After that, it was a chain of freak accidents in short succession, completely unrelated to the previous deaths. But without fail, it would always kill the next eldest child like a line of dominoes, hitting the rest of them in some pretty gruesome ways.
Oh dang, that is a curse. That is a straight up curse. Yikes.
I think Archibald and Mildred Gallager weren't too happy about having to write Elias down as their sole heir once the others were gone, but somehow he'd managed to dodge the curse. Then, not long after amending the will, the parents drowned in a bridge collapse on what was supposed to be a leisurely carriage ride. Same energy as scented candles setting fire to your apartment.
What? Oh my gosh. Did Elias orchestrate this? Talk about depressing.
There was, still is, plenty of speculation about Elias spinning elaborate murder schemes to take down his family. But the thing is, Elias had few people to write letters to, and even fewer people who'd write back. Elias became a permanent shut-in after becoming the head of the Gallager estate. I'd probably do that too if it happened to me.
Sheesh, no kidding. Dang, the entire family died. There were 7 kids, and all of them died in succession from eldest to youngest. Whew, that's curse. That's curse. And Elias was the only one left, so, I mean, his parents had no choice but to leave things to him, and then as soon as it was filled, the parents died. Yeah, that's suspicious. Who killed Elias Gallager? Elias himself was murdered not long after the Gallager curse had axed off the rest of his family. But who killed him?
That would be Violet and Gerard Dupont. Gerard was the Gallager groundskeeper, and after the rest of the family died, he decided to get a little ambitious. Don't think that guy was gay, though. Otherwise, I imagine he would have gone after Elias himself. So he introduced his sister Violet to Elias as a fellow heiress without a partner. You can guess what happened next, right?
The whole courtship dance, a romantic proposal, and a wedding to write home about?
Everything but the wedding, yes. According to the newspapers we dug up, Elias died the night before his wedding ceremony while the DuPonts were caught red-handed tearing the place apart, looking for the Gallager fortune.
And the rest is history. This feels different compared to last time. You know, this mission feels different compared to the last time I had an encounter with the paranormal. Taylor?
That's because the last mission I sent you on wasn't a real thing. That was a fake paranormal incident.
Taylor!
Hey, after we posted your reactions on the internet, we did get some new members.
For a little bit? And then they left, and it was just you and me again. Taylor lets out a deep sigh on the other end, and that's the end of that. I think I'm all caught up. Taylor. Thanks for catching me up, Taylor.
Of course, bud.
I glanced around my surroundings again. The door leading out of this room led it somewhere only Elias would know, beckoned me forward. I had to know what lay beyond. I think I'm going to explore more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses! Aren't you feeling lightheaded or dizzy or anything?
I feel betrayed. Just a little groggy. Why?
You know, I've been trying to reach you for 2 hours. Were you even aware you've been gone that long? Maybe you had, like, a concussion or something.
Maybe. I have no idea, but I don't think I had a concussion. I think we were just asleep. That touch, that really did knock me out, huh? I can barely remember. Elias didn't seem to think it was a threatening act. Did he want to put me to sleep? Or does he not know his own strength? When I collapsed, what did you hear?
I kept hearing that guy's voice and a rush of air. So, was it really Elias?
This isn't another one of your fake incidents, is it? I know I shouldn't have asked that. Taylor wouldn't pull that on me twice. I mean, he might. But after everything I've been through tonight, it jumped off my tongue. In desperate skepticism.
No, of course not. So you really did see the Elias Gallager?
I think I touched him too.
Okay, I'm coming in. We have to get you out of there.
Wait, hang on. Why? This is what we came for, though. And we don't know what's going on now that Elias is active. Listen, Taylor, you're the one who's the actual ghost fanatic. I only hang out with you at OSHA because...
OHSIC.
Okay, whatever. Look, you finally have your proof that ghosts really do exist. And now you're calling a retreat?
It's a tactical retreat. I was kinda prepared to find a ghost, but not for you to go MIA for 2 whole hours.
Well, we were asleep. It's not our fault. Okay, he has a fair point there. I almost feel a little guilty at how hard he's hyperventilating. Please calm down. Let's say I'm sorry for worrying him, because he was worried about us. Sorry for worrying you, Taylor. If I'd known that I was going to conk out for 2 hours, I would have tried to avoid it.
I'm just really glad you're still here. I don't know what would happen to the OHSIC if I lost you.
Oh, then it'd be only one person, and you really couldn't keep the club going. I'm sorry. I'm a little irked that his first priority seems to be the club rather than my personal well-being. But I don't have the energy to die on that hill. Yeah, he should have been more concerned about us instead.
If that ghost had the power to put you to sleep, he must be a lot stronger than we anticipated.
I don't think he's gonna hurt me, though. After all, he wants to court me.
You two just met! That's rushing into things.
Well, so much for catching his breath. That was our plan, wasn't it? To trick him into thinking that I was also supposed to get married. And, well, we succeeded. I can just barely hear the faint gnashing of teeth on the other end.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm still coming in to give you a hand. I trust that guy about as far as I can throw him. Which isn't very far, well, considering, you know, he's a ghost.
Yeah, so that means you couldn't throw him at all. Well, if you're coming in, I'm heading out. I don't know what I'll find, but I'm bored of the bedroom.
No, no, no! You stay right there! We have no idea what that dude's up to!
Well, according to you, I was sent on this field mission because I have the stronger body and no dust allergies. Oh, I heard a door. Just stay on the line, alright? Let's see what happens. The door opens to a house alive. House alive? What? Oh. The chill is gone, and the dim light from the windows flows through the halls like a river undammed. I think this is the same house after all. The walls are chipped and the floorboards creak, and 100 ornate doors beckon to be opened. A mystery behind each and every one. I'm just as lost now as I was before I fell asleep. I'm out of the bedroom. No sign of Elias or any other ghost for that matter. I think I'm still in the mansion.
Ugh. Okay then, I'll stay put for now. But if we're gonna do this, then you need to give me a status report.
Okay, so, you know how cold I was when I first entered? That's not a problem anymore. The whole manor is... what's one step down from cozy? No response except for what might be Taylor biting his lip. As he contemplates the situation, I hear another voice. It sounds happy? It's humming a melody unfamiliar to me, all at once a wistful and joyous and despondent. The harmony of dissonance fill the house, even though they barely outdo a whisper. And despite the echoes crawling like slugs along the wall, I know exactly where the sound originates. I think I know where Elias is. I'm gonna try to find my way back to him.
If the house really has returned to its full glory, is it because of Elias? If it's not freezing in there anymore, that has to mean something.
Yeah. Well, did we really summon Elias? If so, he could, just his presence could be like making the house more like what he's familiar with.
I think you've really awakened him.
I think we did too, Taylor. He offered us a rose. Care to elaborate?
Your presence has given him something he hasn't had in forever. I think this house conforms to his spectral energy. You've made him happy. You've satisfied part of his wish for romance, but I want you to be very careful about how that wish gets entirely fulfilled, okay?
Yeah, he's dead and we're alive. Does that mean we'd have to die to join him? I think we should avoid that. Okay. I haven't been paying much attention to where I was going, but my feet have walked on without a second thought, through twisting halls to another dimly lit room. And to Elias Gallager. Oh, he's so happy. Look at him. I peek into the study as quiet as I can, sans the creaky door hinges, so as not to disturb Elias. I spy him holding a few volumes of some old book collection in his arms as he peruses a crowded shelf. I can't help but notice the content smile resting on his lips. Once satisfied with his haul, Elias floats over to an armchair and sets the book on a nearby accent table, making sure they're in his preferred order. A pot of tea and some snacks wait for him to sit down. Oh man, he's got it all figured out. I would love that. Just an armful of books, a nice thing of tea, and some snacks, and a comfy room. Oh goodness. This boy's got it figured out, guys. Wait, can a ghost even eat or snack? Eat or drink? Contemplating the question, I leaned forward to get a better look, the door creaking as it's unintentionally pushed farther open. Oops, I ruined his reading time. He spotted me.
Oh, my dearest, wait there.
He hurries over, ghostly tail slicing through the carpet. In an quiet instant, Elias floats before me, his chest puffed dramatically.
Please, my dear. You mustn't wander around. Things remain out of sorts.
I do my best to ignore Taylor's annoyed groan. But when I heard you humming, my feet began to move on their own accord. Why? You must have summoned me here to grant you company. Sure, the line was cheesy, but it wasn't wholly inaccurate. I was drawn to Elias somehow. By something.
And here I thought I had been quiet so as to not disturb your slumber. Sincerest apologies for rousing you from your rest.
Oh, he was trying to be quiet so we could sleep. No need for apologies, my dear, for I have already awoken. Elias cocks his head.
And yet, that changes little about the unreadiness of this manor. After all, I have to do all this cleaning myself. Simply look at the state of this study. Oh, it's so far gone from its glory days.
Didn't you say it was pristine?
I did, and I stand by that. Virology labs wish they were this clean. Either Elias is a perfectionist beyond compare, or he and I are seeing two different versions of the manor. Oh, that could be it. That could really be it. And yet, I find these rooms quite beautiful.
Just wait, and be amazed. I will have to find new staff quite soon. Sadly, they did not stay with me as I left my body behind. Oh, if only they had.
Yeah, they didn't die with you, I'm sorry. Now, don't get too preoccupied with the staff. You have all the time in the world to replace them.
On the contrary, arrangements must be made with all haste.
Arrangements for what?
Our wedding, of course.
Taylor chokes on a spit through the earpiece while I stand there and replay that last sentence in my head. Well, you did. Well, yeah, you brought this upon yourself, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't blame Elias for wanting to rush after decades of waiting, but Taylor mutters something indiscernible under his breath. I feel the same, though. I might be in more trouble than I expected. But I've only just been left at the altar, my dear. A long time for you has only been a sunset for me. Oh, he's got a little heart in his eye now, look. I ask you graciously to let us seek a compromise. Oh, he's not happy with that. Elias tilts his head once more, eyes locked with mine.
But your heart... I can hear its soft, gentle tears fall upon your soul. I promise you, my dearest, that a heart does not heal easily. No matter how many tales of tragedy and hardship one may read, reality is much more painful. Why, my own heart has been broken more than a dozen times over the course of my life. And alas, it has never once healed, only turned to an aching scar. And I have tried my damnedest to ignore these wounds, to let them bleed out and coagulate into some semblance of strength. But it left me sickly instead. If a heart is to be mended, surgery must be immediate.
Elias takes my hands into his cold, ethereal grasp.
And here before you is someone who can mend your broken heart. Someone who can cherish you, stay with you, create happiness for you. I never had that chance in my own mortal life. And after so long, my dearest, I want you to choose happiness, not sorrow. And I want to be the one to give you that happiness.
I'm flattered. He has a way with words. He does. I mean, it wasn't his fault he got murdered. His bride-to-be, I think, what was it? It was his bride-to-be and her, like, boyfriend, brother, something, like, murdered him and then went to look for the fortune. So he just wants to be loved. And he wants to love us. Something in his words ring truer to my heart than I could have expected. All I'm doing is playing along, acting my part. But if I had actually been left at the altar, would I...
Whatever you do not trust him. At all.
Excuse me, Taylor, but are you here? Are you talking to a ghost? Huh? You're the one that reeled us into this. Yeah, let us work here, Taylor. Go on. Taylor's voice snaps me from my thought.
But also, don't do anything to upset him. Play it as cool as possible. Elias gave you a very thin rope to walk. Don't fall down. Do you understand?
Okay, I got this. I can walk a tightrope, or at least fake it. Why not show me what else there is to Elias Gallager? Let me indulge in my groom before I marry my husband.
Yes, we shall do that. But I cannot wait forever either. The taste of eternity I've already supped upon is nigh unbearable. Join your groom in helping him plan our wedding.
Taylor once more grumbles something inaudible. And what does my dear groom need help with? Elias gives a thoughtful pause.
Now let me think. I'd love your assistance with the floral arrangements. I have all the flowers of New England in my hands. It shall be difficult to select only a few.
To prove his claim, he presents his open palms to me, and a smorgasbord of tiny sample flowers sprout and bloom for my perusal. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's so many. You'll have to narrow it down for me, or else I could never choose. And surely you'd want me to be selective.
Of course. And after that, a cake. I know my grandmother's recipes are still in this house, and I should set off on finding them. I've tasted them all when I was still in the flesh, and they're delightful. As such, I leave the choice of cake to you.
Oh. He looks excited about the cake. I mean, I'd be excited about it too. I can certainly do that.
And finally, since you'll be marrying into my distinguished family, I'm eager to bestow upon you a gift suitable of that prestige. I shall lead you to my treasury and introduce you to the family jewels.
Taylor sniggers. I can't help it. I laugh too, but I try to mask it tastefully. Delightful. Shall I pick the jewelry I wear for you?
Precisely.
Very well. And with that, I believe we have reached an agreeable compromise.
Then let us begin. Take my hand, and I'll lead you to the greenhouse.
Elias's hand isn't nearly as cold as earlier, but my fingers phase through his just slightly all the same. It's enough to stimulate the gesture of holding hands at least. Satisfied with the arrangement, he leads me out of the study and back through the halls. Oh, it's over! No! No, we were gonna go look at the greenhouse. Thank you for playing the first public demo of the Groom of Gallager Mansion. We're closing in on the finishing touches for the rest of the game, but if you'd like to see more now, you can sign up for our Patreon for $5 a month to get access to the full early access build. Nice! Oh, dude, I'm really looking forward to this. I love this. Oh, look! The windows are a little heart on the mansion window. Oh, that's cool. Well, there we go. This is definitely going to be another smash hit from Snackbox Studios. And I'm definitely looking forward to the full release. I like this. I like Elias. I like him. Poor baby. He got murdered. His whole family got murdered. I hope he didn't murder them. Yeah. But anyway, I am going to leave this here. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.